everybody, my name is Dominic. We're doing Raw review and Smackdown review. Who won third week in a row? We're not doing big groups anymore. Anyways, that's the
fourth week.
Is it the fourth week? I'm sorry, I'm out of it.
I think so. I think so, at least. Let me count.
Brain split's going on so long.
Yeah, it really has been, and like the thing with it going back-to-back days, it makes it even longer.
Yeah. So let's talk about Raw, and then we'll talk about SmackDown. We'll see how they differed from each other going towards SummerSlam at the end of this week, actually. I didn't think it came this fast, actually. But
that's what I thought. It was next week, and I literally until I looked at it, I thought it was next weekend.
Yeah. So let's start off with Raw. We kicked off kind of where we ended up last week with the whole Rusev thing, and I like the direction of this for multiple reasons. Mostly because Rusev versus Roman actually seems like it'd be a good match, oddly enough.
Yeah.
However, I believe, what was it? We had a Rusev versus Roman match though at the end of Raw, right?
Yeah, we did.
And Rusev went over, right? I'm trying to remember. So like, there's this big speculation of like, like if one guy wins one match, the other guy is gonna take the loss on the other. That's where I'm kind of like, Roman with the title. I don't want to see that. I think this is where Rusev gets that big push. Because think of it like this, all right? Or maybe even, I don't know. I wouldn't do.
Roman got the win.
Roman got the win, so Rusev will retain. Thanks for looking that up. It was just like the last couple minutes of Raw. I was just, wasn't really into it that much. Raw was,
the last couple minutes of Raw, like that last match just felt like it. Like I didn't think they were actually gonna have a full-on match.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get.
I figured we're gonna get some kind of like crazy thing that's just gonna turn into a brawl, and then it's gonna turn into maybe a tag team match or something. I did not think, because especially with the fact that they're giving us another match with these guys on Sunday, and you just saw Roman Reigns win, which makes you think that Roman's not going to win Sunday.
Let's talk about our superstar of the week, though, to get away from that and kind of, if Roman wins, maybe Rusev will go up, and this will help him to get that main event status going forward to face like Balor if he wins the title, or Rollins.
Yeah, because Rusev's been a very reliable guy too.
Yeah, so I think maybe this is where they drop Rusev as a mid-card guy, strap it on Roman, and let him go with, even if he loses, him and Balor could have some good stuff for him and Rollins maybe. But let's talk, because I don't want to see Sheamus or Cesaro do stuff, honestly, in terms of with Rusev too much.
Well, they got that series now. That's going to occupy those guys for a few weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like best of 7 or something, right?
Well, yeah, that's what they said. This is going to be the first match in a best of 7 is Sunday at the pay-per-view.
Little do you know, it's actually 7 pay-per-views. That's how much they don't want to use the two of them.
It's just gonna be. They're just gonna be like, yeah, you guys are gonna fight the next pay-per-view too. I think we're just gonna do it.
Let's talk about our superstar of the week, the one, the only, Heath Slater. That man.
Heath Slater.
He had some major balls this week because he went toe-to-toe with Brock, got destroyed. Brock said he didn't give a shart about freaking his kids, and he got taken to Suplex City. He got decimated. To put it in a southern
I felt bad. Like this was the one segment where I legitimately felt bad for Heath Slater.
Yeah, I think
the rest of them were just the rest of them were all in good comedy. This is the one where I was like, well, why would they do this to him?
Yeah, this one, and then we'll talk about the one at SmackDown, which really ticks me off. It ticks me off. The one at SmackDown ticks me off more than the one at Raw. I don't know. Just imagine out there somewhere. I made a tweet about this. Out there somewhere, Heath Slater's your daddy. But someone also retweeted and was like, I like to think that the boys from ROH, that's actually Heath Slater's father. Dalton Castle's boys from ROH.
Heath Slater's their father.
Heath Slater's their father. So
Yeah.
There's that. We had
That's his kids.
We had a Nia Jax squash match against the lady with blue hair, kind of like my own.
Nia Jax, that dude can wrestle.
That dude can wrestle. We had a Braun Strowman vignette thing where James Ellsworth and Corey Hollis, some of those other guys got, time to be on that little video package. It was nice, really putting over Strowman. I think Strowman needs a big match at the pay-per-view, in my opinion, or at least
I feel like the night after the pay-per-view is when he's gonna kick into his first real feud.
Yeah, maybe Roman, if Roman gets the title, or Rusev. Probably Roman. What I'm thinking is Kane would be a good one too. If Kane's on this roster, Kane and Braun would be...
Oh yeah, Kane's on the Raw roster, I'm pretty sure.
Kane and Braun Strowman would be pretty chill. Nia Jax, there's the easy one, putting her in the title scene just way too early, but that might hurt her a lot. So
the thing is, the Divas division, or the women's division, on Raw is, I don't think it's very good. It's top heavy.
Yeah, like there's not much bottom feeders, where in SmackDown there's a lot of middle people.
Well, there's a lot of NXT. They bring in a lot of NXT talent, like Eva Marie and Carmella and Alexa Bliss.
And then they're like helping out the people who were the middle people all this time, which was like Naomi. Technically,
like those
was middle, because she wasn't really too much NXT because she did both, but.
Yeah, well, Natalia was kind of like middle too. She wasn't even really top.
Mm-hmm.
And then Becky too was just kind of like
floating
in limbo.
Yeah. For Raw, let's see what else happened. Of course, I was wrong actually. We kicked off with Seth Rollins going for the hunt for the Demon King, Finn Balor, instead of the whole Rusev thing. We had a video package to start that off, but then it actually kicked off with that. Rollins is outside the stadium looking for the Demon King, Finn Balor. He'll later find him, of course, tonight. Rollins almost got attacked by a fan, which I honestly, like, straight up, I would make an angle. I can't remember, like, it came through my mind early this morning where they should make an angle where they have a person go and attack a wrestler. But then I remember they actually did do that, and it was with Rusev, remember? Where they had that guy in the military uniform.
Yeah, the military guy attacking.
Because I was trying to think, I was like, man, that'd be cool. And I was like, oh, they already did it with Rusev. And yeah, that was, I think that would always be cool, because there's like a borderline between crazy fan and then like the fan who really gets into it, and then the wrestler beats him up because he's a heel. So there's always that aspect of that. What else? The tag team division's kind of weird because they got the primetime players back, even though Titus O'Neil was feuding with Darren Young.
Yeah, they feuded, and like they had like a legitimate thing going, and then all of a sudden, we're just gonna slap them together.
Yeah, Bob Backlund's there. It's the greatest thing ever. So that was okay. Jinder Mahal getting completely eradicated by Neville.
Don't understand that. I don't understand that one. Like,
yeah, that kind of makes me like fearful of Curt Hawkins. What they're gonna do with him?
Yeah, like Hawkins is coming in. Yeah. It makes me fearful of the fact that we've only seen Rhino once.
Yeah, and it was just to destroy Slater. Actually, no, we saw him twice, right? Saw him once.
Well, we saw him when he appeared to destroy Slater. We saw him in that like real quick 30-second backstage segment.
Yep.
And then he had the match with Slater.
Let me see, what else do we have going on? 1 minute. All right, I'm back. Freaking interruptions. My entire story of my freaking life. That was a side shoot, by the way. Anyways, let's talk more about Raw. What's going on with Raw?
We got the tag team. We have New Day and the Club.
New Day and the Club. The Club decided to microwave the testicles of Big E. Exploded. They have jars, a little jar for Xavier, which I thought was funny, and then 2 jars, one for Kofi, and then one which already had Big E's other one in there. Goodness. And then the New Day tried to hit Carl Anderson with Francesca. Didn't work out, so Doc Gallows helped him out. I think this is where the Club's gonna get the title. Like, straight up, they're gonna get the titles off.
Yep.
Like, this is gonna be crazy. So there's that. Any other big things going on Raw?
Well, we had the Demon actually show up.
Yeah, I talked about that. He actually showed up. It was just a brief thing. It wasn't too crazy. I think they should have kept it for the pay-per-view, but I think in terms of if he shows up, that's kind of a guarantee that he'll get the win, right? Unless...
Yeah, well, he's only ever lost once under the Demon Pain.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like, maybe this is guaranteeing that he'll get the belt. So just strap the rocket right on him and let him, fly, because he'll do really good in my opinion.
Well, yeah, he's way over, and he's good in the ring, and he's good on the mic.
Who else did we see during Raw? There's 3 hours. There's something big that had to happen.
We had the Jericho and
Jericho and Enzo and Cass. You were a robot for a second, but yeah, Jericho, Enzo and Cass, they teamed up. They were the opening match. Good God Almighty, remember Jericho? Yeah. Jericho. Jericho could team with anybody. It's just beautiful, and I saw like a Beavis and Butthead meme that he posted on his Facebook. He's the greatest dude. So there's that. Let's talk about what would you give Raw? If you had to go and give it, how many Nia Jax leg drops out of 10?
Raw was decent this week compared to like last week. Last week was very underwhelming. I'd give it an 8.5 this week.
I, on the other hand, I'm gonna give it 7 Demon King Finn Balor hunts out of 10. I felt like for a go-home show to the pay-per-view, they could have done more. Whereas Smackdown, we're gonna get into that. I think Smackdown really nailed it on the coffin. So let's get to Smackdown. Smackdown, of course, kicked off very awkwardly with D-Bry and Shane. It's not about them, just remember that. Anytime you see them, it's not about them. But we kicked it off with them and Heath Slater and the Viper. Randy Orton signs contract, going to face Brock at SummerSlam. Heath Slater's like, hey, I want a match with you to get a contract for SmackDown. If he wins, they have a match later tonight. Then after that, we have Miz TV with the champ, Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. Good God Almighty, there's like shades of Shawn Michaels coming off of Dolph Ziggler. What do you think about that?
Oh, it was really weird. Like, he wasn't a heel, but he wasn't a face either.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good, especially when he ended it with the super kick and he got really into it. Sad truth, Ziggler probably won't get the title.
Yeah, Ziggler. Cool. This is just so Dean has somebody that can go in the ring right now while they decide what they want to do. They probably don't really know what they really want to do with SmackDown yet.
I think it'd be really cool for
What's sad is I'm pretty sure Shelton Benjamin was meant for something big, maybe even a world title run, maybe.
Yeah.
And now he's not coming, so now they had to basically probably nix half their ideas.
Yeah, or at least maybe the American Alpha thing. Like, I don't know how much he was going to tie into American Alpha, because that'd be a good transition for him coming back. Because you got to think, well, I think the crowd would remember him. I would hope they would remember him at least, but
that's what they need. Like, this is the perfect time where I would run like. You could have nixed some of these matches that are on the SummerSlam card, which they actually added another match to the SummerSlam card, by the way.
What was it?
It's all the face divas from SmackDown, which is like Naomi, Becky, and Carmella, against Alexa Bliss, Eva Marie, and Natalya.
Eva Marie will be a funny one because I don't think she'll be there. But
she'll either be there, and if she's there, she's just gonna sit on this apron the whole time and maybe get the pin.
I'm gonna tell you this: Eva Marie is the highlight of the women's division on SmackDown.
Dude,
and she shouldn't have to wrestle. Shouldn't have to wrestle.
That entrance every time, like it's to the point where I announce it with the guy because I just love it.
Will not be appearing tonight because she's stuck in traffic.
And then you got Naomi's new entrance.
Oh my gosh, okay, Naomi really is gonna get over just because of the entrance, and that's like crazy,
dude. Because the entrance, those shoes, like I want to get a pair of those shoes. Those are the coolest things.
Yeah. Let's talk about women's division for SmackDown. Do you think the title is really gonna help someone such as like an Alexa Bliss, which is what
I think it'll give. Yeah, I think it will though.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll really help both things because the way I look at it is their tag team division is not as like powerful as Raw's tag team division either.
I'm really surprised
it's a lot of up and coming tag teams and tag teams that really didn't get to that spotlight yet.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they haven't unveiled a new, or they haven't unveiled the new title, or titles.
Well, that's what I said. I was just thinking like they could have cut this whole Divas match. Like you don't really need that Divas match. Maybe. And then they could have cut some of these other like BS matches that we really need to see. Like, although it's going to be a great thing and it's been great at promos, we need to see Enzo and Cass and Jericho. Like,
yeah, just save it for the pay-per-view.
I would have loved something like maybe a tag team turmoil at the pay-per-view though for the SmackDown tag titles.
Do you think the Dudleys are splitting up? By the way, there's been this big rumor that the Dudleys are going to split up. One will go one way. Bubba will go crazy. I'm really hoping if they play this right, okay?
Bully Ray.
I would say Bully Ray would go really good on Raw. He'd go really on SmackDown too. But I'm gonna say this because if you have Bully Ray, or not Bully Ray, but of course Bubba Ray Dudley go crazy on Raw, he can do the title scene easily, or he can even do mid card with Roman or whoever gets the belt.
Yeah.
But I see that this is where Brother Devon, whatever you want to call him, he would excel as a main eventer on SmackDown. Like, instantly, he could main event SmackDown. He doesn't have to waste his time with, like, a Miz or something. He could actually main event the SmackDown shows.
Yeah, because he's good in the ring.
Alright, continue as you were saying with the whole Reverend Devon thing. I know their interruption. I don't know. I just can't get my life together. Anyways.
It's all good. But like I was saying, you got Reverend Devon is a great gimmick, and the thing about Devon is TNA. That's one thing TNA showed us is he can go in the ring as a singles competitor.
Mm-hmm.
He was a singles champion there. He can go in the he can control himself in the ring. Like he doesn't need to be carried.
Yeah, I think that's where
he can actually do the carrying.
He would do really good on SmackDown. I don't think he'd go good on Raw though, because if you compare him to like
there's a lot of veterans on Raw. There's a lot of younger guys that or guys that maybe aren't as like all seasoned. Like, hey, yeah. I can be in this spot.
Yeah. Another thing on Raw is like the body type matching. Like Bubba, oddly for a bigger guy, I think can get around a lot faster in like a Balor match. Or even the Roman match. I think if you do the whole Balor and like Brother Devon thing, like I just don't think that would click as much. Whereas like a Dean Ambrose and Brother Devon, I think that would it would click because Dean's more slower, and so is Brother Devon. He's more slower in that.
They can slow that match down, and it could be more of a methodical pace.
Yeah, whereas Balor and Rollins, they're gonna go fast, crazy, hard hitting.
It's gonna be fast paced. You're gonna see a lot of flashy things.
Yeah. To go back to SmackDown. Because I just remember that whole thing with the Dudleys. SmackDown, we had the Viper versus Heath Slater. Heath Slater won, by the way, DQ. Or not DQ, well, intentional DQ.
Well, yeah, intentional, Morton just kept whooping on him.
Yeah. The big downside to SmackDown, which is why I will straight up give, like, a -1 point, is the fact that he didn't get the contract. If he won the match, like...
segment.
Yeah, and he still didn't get the contract. So, that was a waste. Cena and Styles, they had a little thing. Well, actually, wait, back up a little bit. Ambrose faced Eric Rowan. Goodness, does that mean Eric Rowan's a main eventer? So, then.
And they also, like, besides all that, we had the Curt Hawkins thing.
Yeah, we see Curt Hawkins. He can slam a revolving door.
He's counted to infinity twice.
Yeah, counted to infinity twice, and he is able to not flush the toilet, just scare the crap out of it. He is
also coming to SmackDown.
He's clearly going to be a comedy gimmick guy.
Yeah.
Do you think he was
going to be one of those Chuck Norris type things?
Do you think he was going to go to Raw up until Shelton Benjamin?
I think he was. I could see him ending up on Raw because he just always had that and I feel like Raw needed comedy, needs to be the one with the comedy gimmicks just because they have that extra hour.
Yeah. So we closed off Smackdown with a little bit of Cena and Styles, and that was really good. I'm gonna say that Styles is probably gonna win this feud because of just how SmackDown ended with. Styles cut a really good promo, which means more, in my opinion, than as soon as he goes for Styles Clash, Cena versus him, AA, go through the table, like AA again. Like, alright, that kind of solidifies that Cena, he's gonna let the crowd go home happy, whatever, smart marky, angry, whatever. But that promo, I think, the promo matters more towards how much it really built this match at SummerSlam, because I think this will be the big conclusion of this, in my opinion. I think this is where we see Cena do his own thing for a while and then maybe fade away, or who knows. And then we'll see Styles, I think, go up and have great stuff with the likes of Dean, Dolph, etc. So there's that. Maybe even like a club thing going on, because it's, a dual branded pay-per-view. I don't know, but what are your thoughts on that before we go for our final review?
I've enjoyed this feud, and if Sunday is the last Cena Styles feud, I definitely think this is one of Cena's better feuds that has kept me entertained through the last 5-ish years. Like this, and the Kevin Owens one was good. And like this just goes to show Cena doesn't always bury people. That's the worst thing people could say about him. He doesn't try to bury people. There's only about one person that like he legitimately buried, and that's Wade Barrett, and that guy was too injury prone anyway.
So I'm gonna give my number for SmackDown. But let's see what you gave it real quick. How many super kicks, Marty Jannetty-ish, Shawn Michaels-ish segment at Miz TV would you give it?
I'm going to give it a 9.
9. Actually, that's perfectly what I was going to give it too. I was going to give it a solid 9. There's big thing, which I did not like, which was the Heath Slater thing and how it ended. At least it's not.
Yeah, that's probably honestly why I got a 9 instead of a 10.
Yeah, everything else I think was really good. Women's tag team turmoil with how that ended with the
everything was built correctly. It's built.
Yeah.
They're building everything correct for that. They have to build everyone up basically, because all these guys were the ones that were held back. These guys are the ones that are being promoted up.
So, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Team SmackDown. SmackDown, your vote this week. So.
Yes, definitely.
I can't remember if it was 3 SmackDowns and 1 Raw.
Believe them in SmackDown.
What?
I think it's 3-1. 3-1 SmackDown right now.
Yep. So hopefully Raw can get us back next week. Anyways, we will see you at the pay-per-view. Unless you like Impact, we're going to talk about Impact because I think we're in for a good week at Impact. So till then.
Yeah, we got a couple pay-per-views. We got Death Before Dishonor on Friday. Yeah. We got NXT on Saturday.
Okay, then we'll see. We'll definitely see you before that because
we'll see you a few times this week.
Yeah, we'll see you a few times this week. So until then.